Hello everyone, welcome to Age of Imperialism. Hearthstone 4 mod, Welcome to Age of Imperialism mod. Taking busy world, first of all, didn't happen, but instead those were complex ends, like his was world, took it dead. This will see, however last, forever, and dark clouds are already gathering on the horizon, and a lot of other stuff, and yeah. So we can, so on the plus side, as you can see, oh yeah, literally. Oh yeah. There's so much. Okay, this isn't what I expected, honestly. When it said it added military organizations, I didn't expect them to add literally all of them. No, seriously, they added all of them. All of them. Oh, jeez, they added all of them. They added. Okay, I don't know what I'm saying, right? Sheesh, didn't expect them to add all of them. Oh, jeez. Well, this actually saves me a lot of political power, though, in the long run. So it's like 50, only not 50, I'm not sure how much it did cost, like 50 or 150, so 50, 100, 150, 250, or if it's like, I don't know how much of it's gonna be 150 each, I don't think so. As you can see, it's a pretty big focus tree, somewhat, I mean, all I can say is I am myself kind of liberal, but but it does kind of require me not to do this. Obviously, the year 1931 is supposed to be yet another good year for the British Commonwealth, Canada included. Thus, using this opportunity, an ambitious plan of spendings was created. It's not going to go very well. So let's do that for more political power gain, construction speed, and research speed. Let that newt. Obviously, I think we want to get streamlined trade. That's something I always do kind of want to go for. So that one's just gonna get rid of that, and also kind of mean that, that one just division attrition, supply consumption, division recovery rate, special versus capacity multiplier. That's interesting, actually, somewhat. It is actually sort of interesting. But naval reef, the North Atlantic Squadron. That's naval experience gain. Ship refitting speed. And, of course, ship refitting cost. That's kind of nice, I guess. But it's also, but maybe if you do funding for the Army, although I'm also interested in more funds for the Air Force. But this one, Great Plans to RCAF, has more research speed and that's just basically a lot more production reduction cost. So that too, I think, could be excellent. So obviously, we're going to want to cooperate with the United Kingdom, get this, I think, or get down to there for more streamlined trade. Supply consumption and division attrition is nice, but it's not. Recovery rate is also kind of good, but I do think we want great plans for the RCAF. Maybe we can come, because all of this, more agility, more defense, all of that is going to be very, very nice. Definitely, I think that one's going to be good. All that being said, that's not to say that we can't already just build up those, like, anyways. Because this will, what is it, business at a time is going to give us, it's going to slowly provide that for us anyways. Maybe if we sacrifice that, Well, it does give some research bonuses for aircraft. I think we'll rush down, get that, and that. Just to quickly get on my calculator. Not my calculator, I mean my phone, which has the app. So that's 7 days old, it's technically, so 6 plus 21 plus 21. So 6 plus, wait, what's 21 times 4, technically, I want to do. 4, that's 84 days in total. So yeah, 21 times 84. No. 21 times 4, that's 84. Then we need a plus 84. That's 168 days minus 1. Well, technically, yeah, that's like 6 days left with that. So we do minus 6. 162 days for doing all like this here, because that's nice, don't get me wrong, it's going to be helpful, but it's not crucial. Getting this, I think, is going to be crucial. Plus, getting that. Great plans for the RCAF. On the other hand, refitting speed and refitting cost. If we can just pump out destroyers and cruisers, then they don't even have to be good. Well, that's nice. That thing right there is nice. But yeah, on the other hand, it's not actually that helpful. I mean, I like the idea of it. I do like the Navy. But this thing, I think, is going to be pretty crucial already. So I'm thinking if we do like that, but I do want, so 1, 2, then that's 3, 4, 5, 6. 21 times 6. 2, 3, 4. Could get that. That's 2 times 3. Plus 21, plus 21, plus 21. It's 150 days. Well, and then getting that. I guess we could just 1, 2. Because yeah, if we're sacrificing that, it's gonna give us an extra 21 days. Gotta do that, get that. Absolutely, I think we want to get the. Well, if we focus on this, or maybe get that. Okay, so here's the thing. We'll do bigger funds for Navy, our connections to the world. Bigger funds for Air Force, we get all those, or get that chunk done. Once, if we have spare time, we'll do organized naval maneuvers and the North Atlantic Squadron. Yeah, because that's, I mean, it's nice, but it's not, like, critical. Without further ado, let's just get right into the important stuff. Yeah, more research speed right there. Basic machine tools, and obviously construction 1. Okay, we have this. We know what's going to happen, really, so get that. Southern Ontario, do that. Maybe on Northern Ontario? Get that. Do that, and we'll do 3 there. Good. Okay, we have free. Oh dear, yeah. Canadian explosive, John Inglis, Canadian Vickers, maybe not. Soft attack, let's soft attack, breakthrough, hard attack. Sure, Canadian Vickers. Yeah, well, Vickers don't even have a basic light tank, so let's just shift production that. I think you might want for this one, maybe Canadian Vickers, because it's fast tank designers. We will attempt to. Oh, shoot! I mean, because it's fast tanks, I think. Yeah, we'll do that. We're gonna at least attempt to keep, something like that. We also do need all those, but what's the difference? Oh, that's just reliability, but it's more production cost. Yeah, let's do Canadian Explosives Company. Fortunately, well, let's quickly check the. Yeah, we do need support artillery. Do you even have Do you even need tanks? Yeah, we do. Could go, yeah, obviously this one. Good. What about our navy? It's not that good, but it's, you know, I suppose realistic. I do like that bold trait there. So we get Wrath Lamb. EFM? I'm butchering that terribly. And I think we'll probably... yeah, we don't even have anything to reduce them with. Obviously the River class. Yeah. Rating fleet, no. Screens, they're the same thing that day. Not just cruisers. Only for cruiser screens. Liability, surface section, sure. Do something like that. Obviously, you do need to do that, but I think that's probably a bit of a lesser concern right now. And yeah, that's a lot. Harry Kravar, maybe? Pretty good defense, though, so that's what we really do want. Eventually, we're gonna be kind of most likely. Or, ooh, let's do Robert Yukov. Butchering that. First Canadian Army. Do you just wanna, oh. That it? Yeah. First Canadian Army. Could go for, Winter Specialist? Artillerist could be good. Covering entrenchment speed, planning speed. Well, you're gonna. Does that even matter? You do have better yeah, I'll get you. From Group South. Or can Army Group East? Yeah. That should be right, because this is Eastern, and then that's Western Coast, I think. Canada AG East. Maritime? Oh, wait, Maritimes. No, East works good. Good. Evidently, we're going to want to just do this. There we go. Now let's just something like that. And get these ones training. And get the ball rolling. Okay, good. It's surprisingly doing pretty good. Oh, dear. The Dominion of Canada. Dominion of Canada is the main member of the Commonwealth of Nations in the Americas and also the representation of British Empire influence on the New World. Both these facts, combined with the British-Japanese alliance being signed, caused the relationship of alliance members with the USA to sour, and the country most affected by it was the Dominion of Canada. Sudden shift in relations between neighbors, with the USA being much more powerful member of this relationship, caused Canada to end an economic and also political crisis in the 1910s. For all these reasons, Canadian politics experienced a major earthquake, which resulted in Canadian nationalism not only becoming popular but even mainstream, causing a deep crisis inside the Liberal Party and an entrenchment of Conservative Party government, which is still in power to this day. Now, under the leadership of Arthur Meighen, a staunch supporter of the British Empire, Commonwealth of Nations, and all the kinds of initiatives which were to allow Canada to somehow gain upper hand despite the ill will of the United States of America. How successful said actions were remains up to debate, and the thing certain is that the Canadian economy, for the purpose of fueling this jump forward, acquired numerous loans from Commonwealth of Nations, Commonwealth of Nations. In the meanwhile, Canadian political scene adjusted itself to the needs of current situation, and all parties, while agreeing to support more nationalistic approach, seemed to be opposing certain parts of broad conservative politics, or policies. Fair enough. Thus, the Liberal Party reformed itself. The Commonwealth Party was created together with the Social Credit Party, and also coming straight from Quebec, Canadian Nationalist League gained prominence. All this, however, seems to only add more colors to Canadian politics, as the government of Megan seems to be standing firm. Thus, as the 1930s started, this is 1931 apparently, the political dominance of the Conservative Party continued, and the development of Canada moved forward and hope that all these actions will not go in vain in case of one more United States Commonwealth of Nations crisis. Mare usque ad mare. Yeah, okay, there's lots of grammar errors. Just gonna say that. I'm just gonna say that. Yeah, it's just a lot of grammar errors. That's just, there are just a lot of grammar errors there, as you can tell. Just a bit awkward, but you know, whatever. Okay, we have that. Thus, well, I mean, what was it that I said I wanted to do? Then rush down there, and then if I have time, yeah, because I like that, because that streamlines trade one. More research speed, convoy production cost. Oh, I forgot about that. Huh. Anyways, yeah, because it's more daily political power gain, consumer goods, factories, reduction, document output, resources to market, all that is pretty good. It's not the end of the world if I don't get it, but we gotta do it. The Canadian Navy could use some more money in the end. When you're a main neighbor and rival of the United States of America, you can be overprepared as it seems. As we do plan to. And, you know, that's an interesting thing. Consumer goods factor, so this one, so that's 6, we know that's 4, and that's minus 6, so it will reduce it. I mean, yeah, that's the thing, it will interesting. That will help out with the research speed, so yeah, we're gonna get Lewis, it's a lot of amps. For more research speed, and you know, in that sense, it does reduce that down to 2 or 4, yeah, around to like 2, which is, and oh, that actually does help out more, but we do plan to go liberal anyways, so let's do that. Foreign Minister, I think we'll go for William King, yeah, because that actually counteracts that, so we do now have minus 6, and it already does provide more resources to market, license production cost, or purchase cost, and, you know, factory output, document output, all that nice stuff. I like that. Sure. Let's get that. Right. The rules in the growing strength, thanks to successful moves, can't do anything about it, and it does give me some more political power. Good. So I like to see. I don't know really what I'm doing starting another series, but it's something I can do in the off burner or something. And we don't really need tanks like that, so we'll just do that maybe. Obviously we're gonna get that. It's gonna sort of get rid of that one, unfortunately. I mean, well, on the other hand, maybe one of those will reduce it, but it will help to increase military factory stuff. Maybe that one would be a bit better. Factory output, document output. Yeah, screw it. We'll do it. Almost got that. Obviously, we're gonna get that one. Pragmatic modernism, or is it modernist intellectual or something? That's, yeah, but it does give me more research speed, daily command power cost, air doctrine, yeah, all that stuff. So the doctrine cost does get reduced with that, so that's nice. Although patron of education might not be too bad of an idea for more research speed. That does really only 2 in that, yeah, so whatever. Our dominion is dependent on its supply lines to other Commonwealth of Nations, members, I'm just going to say that, and for such reasons we can never forget about the proper development of our trade fleet. City Lights. City Lights is a new film by Charlie Chaplin, which has just entered theaters in the United States and soon around the world. The film tells the story of love between a blind florist and Chaplin's elegant tramp. During the action of the film, his character tries to find money for the operation to restore the girl's eyesight, and along the way experiences various funny adventures. What should be considered interesting in the sound movie which is quite original in view of the current fashion for movies with sound. However, despite this, many critics believe that this is the best Chaplin movie ever made. Let's just quickly add you. And sure, why not? Well, it's not really something we want, actually. I mean, it's nice, but yeah, it's just not something that we're really going to be doing. Let's just... The trade deal opinion factor could actually be nice, maybe. A little bit more war support. Sure. Do that. The earthquake that hit New Zealand on Tuesday, February 3rd, 1931 at 10:47 local time, which caused destruction in the Hawke's Bay area and deaths of 256 people. The epicenter was located 15 kilometers north of Napier. The earthquake lasted 2.5 minutes at a strength of 7.8 on the Richter scale. Aftershocks are still being reported. A major earthquake was felt in most of North Island. As a result of the earthquake, a huge number of buildings were destroyed in the Napier and Hastings cities. Thousands of people were injured, over which over 400 were hospitalized. The earthquake also resulted in changes in the landscape. In the coastal areas of Napier, the land rose about 2 meters, thus about 40 kilometers squared of the seabed became land. A frightening experience. Sheesh, what a mouthful. Okay, nothing. We could just... maybe. Oof. I guess it goes up pretty fast. That one, okay, yeah. I mean, at least that one's actually kind of nice. More production efficiency base, some stability. News about people who fainted fear in theaters can be heard across the United States and are spreading around the world. The reason for this is the movie Dracula, which has just entered theaters, which is a new movie produced by Universal Pictures. It is important to point out that the movie itself is based on a novel by Bram Stoker of the same title and tells the story of Count Dracula and how posters advertising the film say his strangest passion the world has ever known. For now, critics' reviews are very positive and everything indicates that it will be the highest grossing film of the year. Fascinating. Eesh. What an awful. Just gonna keep an eye on that. Which one will be done first? That's a question. Yeah, we got this guy. More stability and stuff. Party bomb vulnerability and factory credit speed. Good. You have that. Obviously speaking, bigger funds for the Air Force. The Canadian Air Force could use more money. In the end, when your main neighbor and rival of the United States of America, you can be overbeared. You can never be overbeared. Or something like that, actually, would be the right. Whatever. And it grants more base war support. Corruption scandal in France. This morning, the world spread word of collapse of another French government, this time led by Pierre Laval. The reason for his resignation, as well as for the entire Council of Ministers, are corruption charges related to the so-called Stavisky scandal, which was to lead into a crisis in the insurance industry in France. According to reports from France, Laval's resignation would pave the way for becoming Prime Minister of the famous French left-wing politician Leon Blum. Whether this will happen and whether he'll be successful as Prime Minister is only time to tell. Time will only tell. New year, new French government, apparently. Our next 50 points. Maybe want to get Chief of Army or maybe work on Industrial Company? Ooh, maybe Bank of Montreal for public work. That's more factory output, more document output, and more industrial research speed with protection. That's good. Additionally, that resource gain efficiency is also nice. Though Steel Company, more of that, more production efficiency base is going to be good. On the other hand, that research company is going to be good. Production efficiency. American National Anthem. Interesting news reached us today as the Star Spangled Banner was made the national anthem by a congressional resolution, which was then signed by the President of the United States of America. The song, inspired by the poem "The Defense of Fort McHenry," I'm assuming, will now officially represent the United States of America at home and on the international sphere. Other previously used songs such as "Hail Columbia" or "America the Beautiful" will thus be replaced. Took them a bit. See, I'm thinking definitely reforms in Australasia. Interesting news came to us today from Australasia as their government decided to change the White Australasia policy established in the beginning of the century. Namely, with all the islands given to them by the United Kingdom after the unification of Australia and New Zealand, the question of what to do with them was finally answered. The new United Australasia policy is aimed at achieving the unity within this islands nations by increasing the rights of the native population of places such as Solomon Islands or Fiji to become fully fledged citizens, with investment projects aimed at the achievement of this purpose. I'm not going to talk about that, so yeah. So as I was saying, maybe definitely that, because more factory output, docket output, and that one's also looking kind of strong, although I do like the idea of that, more electronics research speed along with industrial research speed. That's going to be quite helpful. Okay, do you want to organize air maneuvers or let's invest in air production? Our plans could always be better. Spending some of our capital on realizing said goal seems to like a rational thing to do. Yeah, we got that one first. I do like that, but on the other hand, we already do get that from one of the ministers, I think. Or not. Actually, yeah, we already got a production efficiency base. That's just production efficiency retention. So, production efficiency base, retention. Yeah, we already get production efficiency base. So I'm thinking National Research Council is going to already be pretty good just to get, you know, that type of stuff out of the way. So we're going to research more. But at the moment, we're going to get Bank of Montreal. Factory, more docket output and factory output is going to be good. That'll be the sixth one. And oh, French Prime Minister assassinated. When news spread a month ago about the fall of Laval's government and that he would be replaced as Leon Blum, everyone seemed to be relatively optimistic about developments in France. All that changed this morning, however, when the news from France once again spread around the world, this time about the successful attempt on the life of Prime Minister Blum. The cause of this tragic event cannot be clearly identified, and the opinions of experts are divided. Some point to the killer's anti-Semitism, Leon Blum was of Jewish origin, others emphasize the role of international party disputes, and others point to external factors. Consequently, many condolences have been sent to France, and the process of selecting a new Prime Minister is already underway. We offer our condolences. So we got 6 there. Yeah, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, then maybe I'm thinking convert these 2 over to the river class. Yeah, do that. Let's probably do something like that, yeah. we'll call that. Organize air maneuvers. You can never go wrong with... Yesterday morning at 10 a.m. local time, the capital city of Central America, Managua, was hit by the earthquake, during which a couple thousand of its residents were killed. A major fire started and destroyed thousands of structures, leading to utter destruction of the city and its surrounding. At least 45,000 were left homeless, and losses go into millions of pounds. It is a tragic day in the history of this young country. We express our condolences. Organize air maneuvers. You can never go wrong with some air show. In the end, all experience we can get is valuable. I'll give me 150. Oh, for God. Unrest in Spain. Concerning news from Madrid, the Spanish government's overthrow has taken place through a revolution. In the chaos of the confused firefight that broke out, the King of Spain himself has gone missing. Citing popular dissatisfaction and government incompetence as cause for the revolution, a brief public announcement from the Palacio de Villamayor, insurrectionists promised stability and return to normalcy. Both unlikely prospects with an angry populace and now a monarch missing. Spain continues to tear herself apart. Sheesh, can't even give me one breath. Obviously, we're going to go for dispersed industry here. Yeah, a bit less factory output, but that's fine. We get the same amount of that, and we get more retention and production efficiency base. And of course, factory volume vulnerability goes down and equipment conversion speed goes up. Let's do that. Of course, electronic mechanical engineering is done, so we're going to get mechanical computing. And it already went down a few days. Nice. I forgot. The sudden change of Spanish government turned out to be more of a nail in the coffin than any kind of remedy to the crisis. The Señoro, trying to enforce new dictatorship upon Spain and the Republicans. On Spain, the Republicans were forced to finally stand up, and according to the reports, they were successful in more or less peacefully overpowering many military garrisons in the country, with many officers and soldiers joining their side. Caudillo Señoro has condemned these actions, but being unable to successfully counter them in an early stage, he has officially announced that this coup was actually aimed only against Alfonso the Ninth, or that's 5 and 6, 7. Now, Alfonso the Eighth rule, I think that is, and he shall support re-establishment of the monarchy. The throne line between royalists and republicans clearly drawn, the Spanish Civil War has officially begun. It may have been inevitable. A mouthful. I'm thinking maybe just starting that like that. Yeah. There we go. This seems like it's on that. Any more news? I want to carefully see which side that Britain's gonna be supporting though. Okay, we've got construction 1 done, so obviously let's go for improved machine tools. And let's get you repaired. New President of France, Paul Doumer. The unfortunate phenomena France experienced this year led to the deterioration of the health of French President Gaston Doumer. Thus, presidential elections were called immediately, during which the National Assembly elected his successor, Paul Doumer. The situation in which this elderly politician finds himself is truly unenviable, although judging by his speech, he seems to be full of optimism. Hopefully things will get better now. Spoiler, they won't. Or spoilers, they won't. Okay, we got 50 again. Obviously going to go for National Research Council Canada. Oh, god damn it. Horrible news comes to us today from American prairies. Concerning the dust storms rage unceasingly across the Great Plains, destroying thousands of acres of farmland and leaving farmers completely ruined. The most likely reasons for this natural catastrophe, according to our experts, are severe droughts, turning grassland into dust, and high winds creating fatal storms mixed with rather primitive and non-responsible handling of agriculture by American farmers. Now, great migration occurs as farmers pack and move to the west looking for work. It is estimated that hundreds of thousands of farmers and their families are now homeless, and the number is only going to grow. Unprecedented tragedy. Okay. Okay, let's got that. Through adversities, we'll conquer. The constantly improving state of our Air Force should help us be more prepared for the oncoming onslaught. Should be able to get that done at least. Obviously, I mean, ideally I'd like to go for battlefield support, but let's go for operational integrity, I think. Yeah, let's get that. Nope. Nope. No. Effective training programs, sure. Let's go for centralized control and signals training. Oof. Nothing much from there. Empire State Building. Construction of the world's tallest building, the Empire State Building in New York, has just finished. The 443-meter skyscraper is a symbol of the era of prosperity and peace that the United States has experienced in recent years. The opening ceremony was officially started by the President of the United States, Herbert Hoover, who personally turned on the lights in the building. 350 guests were invited to the ceremony, including Jimmy Walker, Franklin D. Roosevelt, and Dale Smith. This is truly an achievement of modern architecture, and engineers from all around the world would agree that for many years no one will erect a taller building. Magnificent, I suppose. Okay, let's just maybe push that up there, maybe. Along with those. Okay, it's going good. We should have 50 more political power soon at least. Okay, that's almost done. Good. Okay, we want unyielding commander, organization zealot, former drill surgeon, or logistics expert. More division attack on core territories, armor division defense, division speed is also pretty nice. And more armor division defense, certainly. More organization though. Exhaustion, moving, nutrition, supply consumption. Yeah, I think more division attack on core territory plus the armor division defense, although. A little more division defense. Wait, which one's against Stewart? So maybe we'll just pick him. Yeah, more organization, recovery rate, and force speed. That's gonna be pretty good, but yeah, okay, let's just do it. Lately, some worrisome news has reached our dominion as the banking system of Austria has collapsed and bad influence of said collapse started spreading throughout Europe. All such events may seem unimportant due to how far they're taking place. The fact that even the British banking system may face some issues is troubling, and our advisors suggest taking care of growing debt, just in case. Nothing shall topple the Bank of England. Oh, it will, though. Kredatinstalt goes bankrupt. This morning, worsening situations led to a solstice in Austria. Kredatinstalt Bank, one of the main pillars of the Austrian banking system, has gone bankrupt, and given the current situation in the country, it cannot be expected that the crisis has begun and will be halted. Over the next few days, we will see what strategy the government of Kaiser Karl I will adopt in these adverse circumstances. That's to be expected. Important maneuvers. And I think I'll do that and probably sure do that and 2. Quadragesimo whatever. Anno. Quadragesimo anno. On the reconstruction of the social order is an encyclical issued by Pope Pius VI or 8th. No, that's wait. X is the 11th on 15th of May, 1931. 40 years after Leo the 13th, I think. Wait, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, 13th. Encyclical Rerum Novarum for the developing Catholic social teaching. However, unlike Leo the 9th, 13th encyclical, which addressed the condition of workers, Pius the 9th or 11th, one discusses the ethical implications of a social and economic order. He describes the major damages for human freedom and dignity, rather than both understanding capitalism and understanding socialism. He also calls for reconstruction of social order based on the principles of solidarity and subsidiarity. The Pope has spoken or something. Sheesh, won't even allow me a breath. Oh goddamn! I had to open my mouth. Today, the Austrian Chancellor gave a speech in Parliament during which he announced the total bankruptcy of the Archduchy of Austria. He justified his decision with the central bank's inability to rescue failing banks and enterprises. The wave of crisis that is taking its toll on the economy has therefore become too powerful to control, and announcing bankruptcy is the only way out of the situation. This means, among other things, that all loans the government has taken out abroad, especially in Germany, will not be repaid. Everyone is expecting Germany's reaction now. For this one, maybe ranking. Oh, for God. Today, intriguing news is spreading around the world from the Adriatic Sea, where a military coup took place in the free city of Trieste. This sudden change of power, which overthrew the hitherto operating city council under the Italian-Austrian condominium, was done by the militia of the Nuccio Gabriele D'Annunzio, a popular writer, aviator, and, as it turned out, an amateur power. Currently, legionnaires, as the members of the aforementioned militia call themselves, have completely taken over the city, and D'Annunzio announced the creation of a new state, which would be a republic ruled by writers and poets. And the ambitions of this dictator, more importantly, contributed to the city breaking its ties with Italy and Austrians. The consequences of the event will probably be known soon. The year 1931 is getting more and more interesting. Oh my lord. German response. Emotions in Europe are not declining. Today, the German Chancellor set an ultimatum to the French government in which she orders from the Prime Minister of the Republic to pay the next year's installment of war reparations next month. According to our experts, this shocking decision, which violates the treaty provisions between the Empire and the Republic, was probably motivated by the risk of the economic crisis penetrating Germany from Austria to the bankruptcy of many German businesses that followed the collapse of the Kreitenstadten Bank. This would mean that the German government is desperately looking for funds. Everything is now in the hands of the French. Cannot give me a single breath. I tell you. It does not give me a single breath. Okay, 43 days there. Well, 41. The French veto. Tension in Europe continues to grow as, at a press conference convened today, the French Prime Minister announced that the ultimatum of the German government was a violation of international law. Thus, he emphasized that in view of Germany's shameful behavior, he saw no further goal in complying with the Versailles Treaty, and publicly stated that just before the press conference began, the Republic's armed forces were ordered to seize the demilitarized zones along the German border. He summed it up with the words, "End of an era of shame." What a twist. Crisis takes its toll on Germany. A very unfortunate coincidence led to the fact that, according to our journalists in the Empire, the economic crisis has already begun to settle in Germany for good. At the moment, we are already receiving information about more and more closed factories, and workers out of work. In the current situation, Germany seems to be on the brink, and without the financial support they expect to get in Austria and France, the chances of stopping the escalation of the crisis are fading. First Austria, then France, now Germany. Who's next? Probably Britain or Russia or something. I'm just getting repaired. Oh, death of the Italian king. The king of Italy is dead, killed by an assassin's bullet. These are the tragic news all over the world today, and the source of them is the tragic finale of the meeting between King Victor Emmanuel III and Kaiser Karl. According to reports during the deliberations related to the Trieste crisis, one of the Kaiser Guard members was suddenly supposed to take out his pistol. Was suddenly supposed to take out his pistol and fire a few shots at the Kaiser. However, the quick reaction of one of the accompanying soldiers saved from the death of the Austrian monarch, who heroically jumped down, knocking him to the ground, and thus saving his life. Unfortunately, while flying on, the missiles accidentally hit the Italian monarch, who was killed on the spot. The traitor's motives are still unknown, the first victim of the Trieste crisis. Meanwhile, in the United Kingdom, events that have taken place in the last 2 weeks on European markets seem to be bothered the investors of the London Stock Exchange. In connection to this, a press conference was called today at which, in addition to the representatives of the stock exchange, there was also a well-known politician Winston Churchill, who publicly announced that the London Stock Exchange is safe and that he personally bought shares worth £30 today, in total today. Despite these assurances, the atmosphere of anxiety persists, and everything now depends on the course of the following days. Intriguing. I get the feeling that's not going to go very well, but you know. Question number, wait. Okay. I thought it, I don't know. We can't really do armored division or cavalry, or we could actually do this though. How much? Oh, he needs, well, that one needs around 2 more. They'll probably just set up another 16 or so. Well, 8, I suppose, just get that one. Well, probably something like that. Hey, what a mess this is, huh? Probably gonna get Logistics Wizard and Charismatic. Gay King of Italy, oh, happy King of Italy. After last tragic news from Vienna that went around the world, this time has come for the more pleasant one. Well, this morning in Rome, the coronation of the new king, Umberto II, son of the tragically deceased Victor Emmanuel III, took place. A great military parade organized on this occasion, combined with numerous celebrations, gave the whole event a sublime atmosphere. On the same day, in a speech, the new King of Italy announced the need to create a new technocratic government that will allow Italy to overcome the destabilizing factors of the kingdom and return it to the path of development and prosperity. Pietro Badoglio, the hero of the clashes with the rebels in Italian Libya, was chosen to be the prime minister of his government. He has expectations to fulfill. Black Friday, entrepreneurs and investors from all over the world have spent nervously the last few days waiting for the further development of events related to the economic crisis spreading throughout Europe. When the news began coming this morning about more and more British companies bankrupting in Germany, panic broke out. Angry mob of investors began asking for return their money, stock prices began to soar down, and more banks began to close the doors. May 29th, 1931 will be remembered as Black Friday, and the whole event will soon be remembered as Panic 1931. The crisis that began with the bankruptcy of an Austrian bank just led to the collapse of the London Stock Exchange, and soon also the Wall Street and St. Petersburg Stock Exchange will follow. The whole knowing is falling apart, and we can no longer stop it. As you can see, things are not going to be okay. What did I say? One more French government has collapsed. Yay. Given the chain of unfortunate events that took place last month, the consequences of which will soon be felt across the world, no one is surprised by the fall of yet another French government, led by Edouard Daladier. The reasons for the French Prime Minister's resignation this time, however, are quite specific and not related to the crisis in France, but to grave decision taken by the French regarding the German ultimatum. As it turns out, the head of the French government is pacifist. And had he not been voted down, he would have permitted such a course of events. In this way, he announced that he would not be able to continue his rule, and he was submitting his resignation to the president. This act of cowardice, according to experts, could be a drop that filled the cup of bitterness. 5th time's the charm. I know I won't be able to do anything more than that. The Purge of Fanatics. Intriguing news reaches us today from the nation of Afghanistan, where a clash between their progressive king and the wrathful Muslims and the armed forces have reached its conclusion by means of purge done by the king. With Habibullah Kakani, I'm butchering that, sorry, dead, it seems like that there's no internal force capable of opposing the Afghan king. The price of progress. Chaos in Portugal. Disturbing news reached us today from Portugal. A nation placed on the edge of something. For the past 2 years, the dictatorship of Sidonio Paz was run country. Namely, according to our sources, the disastrous effects of the Panic 931 mixed with poor management of a nation caused major chaos. There was the dictator Paz dying lately, hanged to a death for trying to escape the country. For the moment being, a man named Antonio de Vera Salazar seems to be the current leader of this country. But how long such states of things shall endure is uncertain, and Iberian Peninsula remains just as stable as always. Yeah, we're not going to have the chance to do another one. We know one of these national focuses. I'm just feeling that. Yeah, Al Capone convicted. I think we want to maybe go instead for base strike, yeah. Al Capone convicted. Once again, our... Okay, promise to do that. Once again, our attention is directed to internal U.S. affairs today as a great crime tear. Our great crime czar... No, hard that. Great crime czar, infamous Al Capone, has finally been convicted for tax evasion. Respected in Chicago for his philanthropy and promises not to hurt civilians, because the mob gangster, of course he wants public opinion. Capone went too far in the St. Valentine's Day massacre, where 2 civilians were mistakenly executed alongside 5 gangsters. Public opinion soured as authorities went to war with Capone, and now the IRS has brought him down. With his arrest, there is hope for Chicago to return to normalcy. It's Chicago, so now to the big house he goes. Yeah, just we're not going to get like a chance to work on any more of these, honestly. Hey, what'd I say? Because the snowball of bankruptcies across Europe turned out to be much bigger and more damaging than we anticipated. With the imperial economic system facing sudden trust, our own industries are going bankrupt by the day. Right now, a wave of unemployment is constantly rising and flooding our streets, and both for Canada and our government, it would be better if the situation didn't turn out to be worse than that. Let's pray for this crisis to not be a lasting one. The Empire is lost! No! That seems a bit... I don't know. Okay, let's handle this. The loan... okay. The loan-taking and giving policies of our central bank and governments caused us to not be prepared for the crisis, which combined with international trade dying for a moment, gave us the biggest economic crisis to deal with in a long while. Okay, I think this is probably a good time to end off. We got a lot done, and... Well, yeah, we got a lot done. Well, less a lot done. Well, you did get a decent chunk done. And a lot of talking. Honestly, this part, faster production of planes is going to be our bread and butter for this, so just continue training, honestly. This one's still, okay, good, just wanted to check. Almost got 50, so we'll do, let's just wait until we get that. Oh, the end of the free city of Trieste. The event of the declaration of independence by the Free City of Trieste following the coup of Gabriele d'Annunzio was undoubtedly unexpected and also very interesting. A particular reason for this was the fact that his actions managed to anger both Italy and Austria, 2 countries that have been at odds with each other for over a century. To the surprise of a large group of experts, and probably d'Annunzio himself, the rulers of these countries managed to get along with each other, and in order to end the crisis, they set new borders of their spheres of influence on the Adriatic. In order to seal this event, Italian armed forces invaded Trieste and seized the city in the name of annexation of the kingdom to the Kingdom of Italy. The fate of Gabriella d'Annunzio remains unknown at the moment. It was indeed short-lived. Ay. We may as well just say... Let's get working on that, maybe. Carlo continues his rule. And the intriguing news comes to us again from Vienna, and according to what we heard from our informants, the failed military coup against the power of the Kaiser Karl took place there. The coup was led by a war veteran known in the area as of the Habsburg monarchy, Adolf Hitler. I wonder who he is. Wanted to take power from Salzburg and implement his National Socialist program aimed at rebuilding the power of the former Austro-Hungary Empire, I'm assuming. Now, however, with his punitives smashed by the loyal forces of the Austrian army, another threat to Kaiser's rule seems to have passed. Meanwhile, all remain keenly interested in the fate of Trieste, which is currently being discussed in Rome with a new king of Italy, Umberto II. May he reign well. I swear, one more. I'm sorry about this. Intriguing news comes from the British Isles about the panic of 1931, which seems to paralyze the economy around the world. According to reports from our correspondents, the Royal Navy, the world's largest fleet, was the next victim of the economic meltdown. What will be the future of the British Navy and whether Britain will continue to rule the seas of the world remains shrouded in mystery. It is the end of the world. Saint Philibert disaster. This morning, terrible news arrived from France. The Saint Philibert cruise ship sank in a storm, taking more than 400 passengers' lives, while only 8 people managed to save themselves from the disaster. An investigation into the cause of the tragedy is currently underway. Horrible. Oh my lord. With a loans-taking policy, our government has favored during the past decade, it was rather obvious that once the day of paying said loans shall start, it will cause an upheaval. What wasn't, however, obvious was the panic of 1931, which caused the banking system to suffer horribly, and thus repaying the loans became much harder, and just as much unpopular with how many things now require our financial support. Well, some mistakes were made. Yeah, it's not good for us, but whatever. The British Raj has been dealing with numerous issues lately, and things seem to be going even worse for them. Namely, yesterday's morning, an unusual scene took place in the Indo-African border. Suddenly, a large mass of Afghan soldiers started crossing India what appeared to be an invasion. According to our sources in the region, border troops tried to intercept the enemy, but were easily overwhelmed by sheer numbers. What is worse for the Raj, the citizens of the border region turned out to be supportive of the invading forces, and the Muslim League has stated their loyalty to Afghanistan, protectors of Muslims. With how bad the situation is, and the British Raj now is unlikely for them to counterattack, which is likely to even worsen the fragile popularity of the local regime. British Empire is weaker than ever. Kaiser Wilhelm abdicates. Intriguing news from a state from Germany, which after the rejection of their... Oh my, thank God. Give me a second. There we go. Alden announced the Kaiser II, who went on a planned vacation to Norway, according to observers, and more in the last 2 weeks. More and more in the last 2 weeks, Germany was to experience a terrible chaos, which was used by the Reichstag to make a successful attempt to seize power in the state. All this thanks to the cooperation of the German army, dissatisfied with Kaiser rule to date. According to the latest information, Kaiser Wilhelm II was even forced to abdicate and hand over power to his eldest son Wilhelm, who agreed to fully cooperate with the German parliament, in which Adenauer was to take over. Time for New Germany, and let's just quickly move it. I swear to God. Please don't. Thankfully. Okay, we have one more day. Okay, good. So, if that's all, I will see you next time. Yeah, right. Bye.